On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your response to this crisis?
I'd rate it a 10. I think we've done a great job. Now, the virus that we're talking about having to do, a lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat, as the heat comes in. Typically, that will go away in April. We're in great shape, though. We have 12 cases, 11 cases, and many of them are in good shape now. On the virus, I had a long talk with President Xi, for the people in this room, 2 nights ago, and he feels very confident. He feels very confident, and he feels that, again, as I mentioned, by April or during the month of April, the heat, generally speaking, kills this kind of virus, so that would be a good thing. But we're in great shape in our country. We have 11, and the 11 are getting better, okay? And by the way, the virus, they're working hard. Looks like by April, in theory, when it gets a little warmer, it miraculously goes away. I hope that's true. But we're doing great in our country. China, I spoke with President Xi, and they're working very, very hard. And I think it's going to all work out fine. Rough stuff, I tell you, rough stuff. But I think it's going to work out good. We only have 11 cases, and they're all getting better.
In April, supposedly, it dies with the hotter weather. And that's a beautiful date to look forward to. We're in very good shape. We have 11 cases, and most of them are getting better very rapidly. I think they'll all be better.
Well, we're working on it very closely. I spoke to President Xi 2 days ago. They're working on it very professionally. It's a problem, we think and we hope, based on all signs, that the problem goes away in April, which is not too far down the road, because heat kills this virus. We think. But it's a problem in China. It has not been spreading very much, and in our country we only have basically 12 cases, and most of those people are recovering, and some cases fully recovered. So it's actually less. Again, the April date is very important, but this is a big thing. The April date is very, very important, because if that's the case, if heat does in fact kill, that's when it starts getting hot. And this virus reacts very poorly to heat and dies.
They'll get to it. There's a theory that in April, when it gets warm, historically that has been able to kill the virus, so we don't know yet. We're not sure yet, but that's around the corner, so that will be a great thing in China and other places. I think it's going to work out fine. I think when we get into April and the warmer weather, that has a very negative effect on that and that type of a virus. Yesterday, I announced that we would be extending our social distance guidelines through the end of April. This is based on modeling that shows the peak in fatalities will not arrive for another 2 weeks. Our future is in our own hands, and the choices and sacrifices we make will determine the fate of this virus and really the fate of our victory. I want every American to be prepared for the hard days that lie ahead. We're going to go through a very tough 2 weeks. And then hopefully, as the experts are predicting, as I think a lot of us are predicting after having studied it so hard, you're going to start seeing some real light at the end of the tunnel. But this is going to be a very painful, very, very painful 2 weeks. As a nation, we face a difficult few weeks as we approach that really important day when we're going to see things get better all of a sudden. And it's going to be like a burst of light, I really think and I hope.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your response to this crisis?
I'd rate it a 10. I think we've done a great job.